Do you ever lie awake at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling, replaying that one awkward thing you said in a meeting 3 years ago? Or maybe you post a photo on Instagram and check your phone every 30 seconds, feeling a literal pit in your stomach if the validation doesn't roll in fast enough. We walk around carrying this invisible weight, a constant, low-level anxiety that we are being judged. We contort ourselves into pretzels trying to meet expectations that, half the time, we just made up in our heads. It feels like a trap. But what if I told you that you could essentially flip a switch? What if you could walk into a room, be completely authentic, and truly, deeply not care if the people there didn't like you? Welcome to The Last Read. I'm your host, and today we are diving into a literary phenomenon that challenges the very foundation of how we view our past, our relationships, and our happiness. We are exploring the Japanese bestseller, The Courage to be Disliked, by Ichiro Kishimi and Fumitake Koga. This isn't your typical self-help book with a checklist of 10 ways to be confident. It's a philosophical dialogue, a debate between a cynical youth and a wise philosopher who teaches the psychology of Alfred Adler. Adler was a contemporary of Freud and Jung, but his ideas were radically different, and honestly, they are a little hard to swallow at first. Let's start with the book's most controversial claim: trauma does not exist. I know, that sounds cold, maybe even accusatory, but stay with me. The mainstream view, the Freudian view, is based on etiology, cause and effect. We say, I am anxious today because I was bullied yesterday. It suggests our present is determined by our past.
Adler flips the script. He introduces teleology. This is the idea that we aren't driven by past causes, but by present goals. The book uses the example of a recluse who is terrified to leave his room. We usually think his fear causes him to stay inside. Adler argues the opposite. The man has a goal of staying inside, perhaps to stay safe or get attention, and he creates the fear and anxiety as tools to achieve that goal. It implies something terrifying but empowering. We are not victims of our past. We are active agents choosing our lifestyle right now. And if we are choosing it, we can change it. But why would we choose to be unhappy? Usually, it's because of other people. Adler makes a bold claim. All problems are interpersonal relationship problems. If you were the only person in the universe, money, beauty, and status wouldn't matter. Suffering comes from the friction of bumping up against others. We get trapped in vertical relationships, seeing life as a hierarchy where we have to prove we are above others to have worth. We crave praise, we fear judgment, and we become slaves to other people's expectations. So how do we break free? Adler offers a mental weapon called the separation of tasks. Imagine a sword that cuts through the tangled mess of your relationships. You have to ask yourself, whose task is this? If your boss is angry and irrational, that is unpleasant. But managing his mood, that is his task. Doing your work well, that is your task. When you try to control how others feel about you, you are intruding on their tasks. You are living their life, not yours.
And this brings us to the title of the book. If you stop living for other people's expectations, if you stop editing yourself to keep everyone happy, there is a cost. The cost of freedom is being disliked. When someone dislikes you, it is not a sign that you have failed. It is proof that you are living freely. It is a sign that you are exercising your autonomy. We aren't trying to be jerks. We are just refusing to be afraid of the reaction when we are honest. Once you accept that cost, the world changes. You stop seeing life as a competition of a mountain. You realize that life isn't a line leading to a destination. It is a series of dots. It is a dance. If you are dancing, you aren't trying to arrive at a specific spot on the floor. The joy is in the movement itself. Adler urges us to have the courage to be normal, to stop trying to be special to prove our worth, and instead, just dance. To find meaning not in the past or the future, but in this specific dot, this moment, right now. Now, the authors admit this is strong medicine. Adler believed it takes half the number of years you have lived to truly master this mindset. It is a practice, not a magic pill, but you have to start sometime. So here is your challenge for today. Identify one thing you are doing just to please someone else. Ask yourself, whose task is this? And then have the courage to set it down. If you want to go deeper into this dialogue, I highly recommend picking up a copy of the book. The link is in the description. Thank you for listening to The Last Read. Go out there, find your freedom, and I'll see you in the next episode.